All right, so let's start. And then try not to scribble something on the screen. Okay, the reason is because there are other users who like to have a clear screen to, so we just want to show respect to each and every one of us here. All right, okay, let's start from question 1A. Express 1004 as a product of its prime factor. Now, the question wanted it to be in the product of prime factor, but give your answer in index notation. So the moment you say prime factor and it's in the product form, it must be index notation. Obviously, it's trying to tell you about prime factorization. Okay. For those who are with me, you will be able to understand straight away what are prime factorization. Okay, so it's 1004. Okay, divide by 2. Why 2? Why not 1? Why not 3? Why not 6? Okay, because we want to start with the smallest prime number. And the smallest prime number is 2. Not 1, is 2. Okay, and then if I divide by 2, I get 350. I get 5, I get 70. I divide by 5, I get wait, I still can have another 2 here. Okay, so probably 350 divided by 2, 175. So you have 175 divided by 5, get 35, divided by 5, you get 7. Okay, so how many 2 you have? 3 of them. So 2 to the power of 3, and I multiply by, how many 5 are there? 2. Multiply by 5 squared and multiply by 7. Now this is called index notation. Okay? All right, part 2. Now part 2 say the word hence. Hence means what? Hence means whatever you found here, use your answer, find the smallest integer, and it must be positive integer. So there are 3 conditions. Okay, 1, it must be small. Okay, number 2, it must be positive. It must be a whole number. Okay, in such that, okay, for such that 1400 E is a perfect square. Okay, all right. So what is E here will be depending on the, okay, I'm going to write down, depending on how you work it out. So 1004 E, that means you multiply by E, and I substitute whatever you found, 2 to the power of 3, 5 to the power of 2, and 7, the product. Now, the condition is it must be a perfect square. In order to be a perfect square, the prime factors of the indices here, okay, must be in the form of even number. Then you say, teacher, this one don't have much. Yes, there is. Part 7 is to the power of 1. It is understood that they don't have the right one there. So you need a even number law. That means to say, right, 2 to the power of 3. The 3 is an odd number. So you need something. You can only increase, you cannot decrease. Okay, because E is a multiplier. So in order to get an E, what is the missing E here? You need a 2 to the power of 1. Okay, now you look at 5 to the power of 2. It's already a factor of 2. That means you can divide by 2. So you don't have to increase, neither do anything to it, right? So you just leave it as this is, do nothing about it. But if you look at the prime factor, 7 is a power of 1. We say it need to be a power of an even number, which is 2, the smallest one. So I need another 7 to the power of 1 to make it 7 squared. So E is technically 2 to the power of 1 to 7 times 7 to the power of 1. Okay, so therefore, what I can do here is I wanted E only. So therefore, E itself is equals to 2 multiplied by 7, which is 14. So 14 is the smallest. Integer, yes. Positive. So check back, smallest, yes. Positive, yes. Integer, yes. Perfect square number, yes. Because all indices of the prime factors are divisible by 2. Okay? All right. So this is an important note that you want to write it down also, because this is a popular O-level type of question. Okay? I repeat, this one. Write this down. The indices of the prime factors are all divisible by 2. Okay? All right, let's take a look at C. The number 560 written as the product of its prime factors is given to you here. Find the highest common factor of 560 and 1004. Okay, so you see, he wants the highest common factor. What is he asking for again? HCF. In order to have it, you must list down the 560 first. Okay, I rewrite because I need to do a comparison. So my 560 is 2 to the power of 4, 5 multiplied by 7. Okay, and then the 1004 is already been given, not given, but found in the previous part of the question. 2 to the power of 3, 5 to the power of 2, and then multiplied by 7. Okay, HCF. Okay, so the final thing is, to find HCF, what must you do? You must choose the power. It must be the common multiple factor. All right. So in this one, you have a factor, common factor of 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 3. Okay. So of course you cannot choose the highest power, because the highest one, the lower one is 2 to the power of 3 will be common. Okay. So 2 to the power of 3. In short, okay, layman, then you understand. You must always choose the lower power. If you choose a higher power, then the smaller number cannot be divided. That is the problem. All right. Okay. So you have 2 to the power of 3 and 5. You look at that. You have 5, you have 5 to the power of 2. Of course, you don't choose the higher power one. We say we choose the lower power of 5 is to 1. And then 7 is a common one. So of course, we put 7. We don't need to have any other power. So 8 times 5 and times 7, you get 280. So 280 is the highest common factor already. Anything, nothing can. All right. This one is the revision for the earlier chapter for set 1. Okay, Alphonse, okay or not? Can you understand what we are going through?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Rachel? Rachel, okay or not, Rachel? Oh dear, sorry. Rachel, give me a thumbs up. Yes, a high thumbs up, thank you. Hey, oh, why I have this thing? Let me check who else. Kaden, okay, Kaden? Yeah. How Lun? Okay. Fine. Thank you. Okay, I want to look at the next one. I understand that some of the school also do this method. If you're comfortable with that, it's okay, no? Just stick to what you think is good for you. Okay, question number 2. What is it about? Let's see. The table shows the temperature at 2 different times in 4 cities on a particular day in November. Arrange the cities in ascending order of their temperatures at 12 p.m. You see, you must read carefully. First thing first, ascending order, and it's about their temperature and this timing. So what is he talking about is for temperature that is at 12 noon, the PM one, okay? I'm going to highlight this for you here. So he's talking about 12 p.m. Oops. First thing first, 12 p.m. Okay, and they are talking about temperature. So temperature is this thing. And then ascending order, so it's 4, 10, 27, or this one. Okay, so there are 4 temperatures for you to work on. So let's take a look at how you want to rearrange them. Okay, ascending means from the lowest, starting from the lowest and then end with the highest. Of course, the colder it is, it will come first. So where is the first temperature? The first temperature will be lowest one is 4. Okay, so 4 degrees. Okay, I'm not going to write it here, but I say it is 4 degrees Celsius. All right, which is P. Why I write 4 degrees? Because I just want to compare in numeric form. Okay, so probably I put here 4 degrees Celsius. Then this is P. Okay, then this is used up already. We just put a tick. Now the second one is 10 and 10.5. So of course 10 is a lower temperature, right? So 10 degrees Celsius, and this is Q. All right, then followed by S, which is 10.5 degrees Celsius, and then R, 27 degrees Celsius. Okay, so far okay? Just using the temperature to rearrange. Okay, next one. Arrange the cities. Now he is talking about cities in descending order of the temperature, descending at 12 a.m. using temperature. Okay, let's try this. Okay, for those who have not done, quickly get down your pen and then put your answer into the chat function now. Give me the answer. Thank you, Alphonse. Good. Okay, good. Very careful. You know why? Because they are asking for the cities. Remember, it's asking for cities. So if you put your answer in numeric, they will probably mark as 0. So if you write them in alphabet, then it will be good. Now, descending means the highest temperature comes first. Let's try the highest temperature. The highest will be 32.5. So 32.5 degrees Celsius, it will be R. Okay? Careful with the cities. They are talking about 12 a.m. So you give them, so be very careful. They ask you for the 12 a.m. So you don't go to the temperature that is at the 12 p.m. Just be very careful. So 32 is the highest, followed by 3 degrees is the second highest. 3 degrees will be at Q. Okay. Then P will be at minus 7.5. Why? Because 7.5 is cold, right? Very freezing cold. S is the worst one. It's the coldest, negative 12. Well, I tell you, when you go there, you can't even drink water. It becomes ice immediately. Okay? So it's very difficult to live in such a low temperature places. Okay? Then third one, they are asking you for find the change in temperature for each city, and then which city experiences the greatest change between the 12 a.m. and the 12 noon? So that means you must work out everything. Okay. For those who have not worked out, can you quickly use mental calculation? This one we did some revision last week already. Very careful with all the differences. So the change here refer to difference. Okay. And for each city to compare. So he wants the greatest difference. That's what they ask for. So if you are ready, just put in your answer. How you get your your alphabet P, Q, R, S? You got to minus. That is the greatest difference. Okay, so you have to do for city P. Let's take a look at city P. P has 4 and minus 7.5. So meaning to say you must use the higher temperature. Okay, probably I'll do here, then that will be enough for, PQRF. Okay, P, Q,